Hello Internet, we are back on BattleSpot and we're going to search for some more games. Now, I have learnt an important lesson. Don't try and record when you are uploading a video. I've just had a number of disconnections, which is not very good. I've just been on and done one more battle, so our rating is, up there a little bit more again, but, yeah, so, yeah, we'll hopefully not disconnect anymore because uploading has finished. My internet should be ready for me to use it with my DS now. So hopefully we're gonna get some good games because we've had a bit of a run with this team. It's been interesting. I've not used Yveltal very much, which is a little bit disappointing because sort of half of the reason why I wanted to use this team was to try out Yveltal, and I don't know, it's strange having it with Lipard because they both sort of do the same thing, but Lipard is just that bit faster and sort of supports that bit more. Yveltal is obviously bulkier. I think really Yveltal's could be better than this one. If I was going to use Yveltal again, I would probably use a bulkier one, maybe with Snarl, maybe Tailwind, I don't know, maybe a bit more of a support one, not just a really straightforward sort of thing. I do find Sam from the UK, so I think there's a number of Sams in the UK. I'm sure there's plenty of Sams in the UK, but of which play Pokemon, there's one or two, I suppose. I'm not sure which Sam this one is, though. Don't think it's Bentham. But either way, yeah, let's try and do some games, I guess. Let's see how we go. Thunderous, again, is a problem for this team, so again, if I was going to sort of alter it, maybe I could try Kieran in Yveltal's place or something, I don't know. Maybe Lipard is the problem with this team. But, yeah, Weavile and Thunderous is really not good for us here. So, I'm not enjoying our position. And we're not even past team preview yet. So, I don't know. I think Lipard and maybe Breloom. I do tend to lead Lipard Thunderous a lot. And I think I'm going to do it again. We'll go with Kyogre though as well. And I'm thinking Breloom for the Ferrothorn and the extra hit on Weavile as well, if need be. But we'll see how we go. Only a few days until Nationals as well. UK Nationals is the first European National this year, so be interesting to see what does well in that tournament. Like I said on Monday, I've got my invite now, wahey, so I don't have to stress about that too much. Solomon's Weavile, okay. I was expecting Weavile Thunderous, but we're halfway there with this. There's a good chance. Well, I don't know. I was going to say there's a good chance he uses Fake Out on Lipard, but the Thunderous is kind of threatening him as well. He might just go straight for an Icicle Crash, maybe onto Thunderous. I mean, I don't really want to go for the Fake Out onto Weavile predicting that, because if he does just go for the Fake Out on Thunderous, then that's very bad. So maybe we could try and do an in-between play. We can go for a foul play onto the Weavile and a Thunder Wave onto the Salamence. If he protects the Salamence and... okay, this might work out. If it's like Groudon coming in. There's Ferrothorn. Okay, I'll take that. Interesting. Maybe he didn't want to play the whole Fake Out Encore game. Yeah, I'll take that. We'll see if he protects or not with Salamence. No, so it's paralyzed. So that's nice for my Kyogre, but this Ferrothorn is potentially going to be an issue. Yeah, that didn't do too much damage there. A Hyper Voice, ooh, a Tailwind. Okay, so okay, he didn't want to Fake Out, but he was okay Tailwinding. Obviously, I threatened the Encore there. I mean, getting Ferrothorn in Tailwind is a little bit dubious, really. I mean, what's this Ferrothorn going to outspeed? Like, nothing, really. So I'm not really too sure why he didn't try and do something with the Weavile there. Salamence might switch out. Ferrothorn. It's probably going to Gyro Ball the Lipard, really. But I can't bring Breloom in there because the Salamence will just be able to knock it out. So maybe he'll switch the Salamence out for something, fearing the Encore. So I think we'll go for a Foul Play and a Thunderbolt onto the Salamence. Not a Swagger Foul Play, because if he brings it into Weavile, then there's a potential, maybe, to knock it out. But, I really should have gone for the Swag Foul Play there. That would have been nice. Yeah. That would have been nice. Very nice. But unfortunately, we didn't do it, did we? Okay. So, Weavile and Salamence in the back. Salamence is paralysed. Yeah, that would have knocked it out. Look at that. And the Gyro Ball. He is in Tailwind, but I'm pretty sure he's going to knock me out. Oh, he goes for the Thunderous. So, he's making a few questionable plays, you could say. Maybe he wanted to break any sash on the Thunderous, so that his Weavile can maybe try and sweep. That's maybe his thinking. Like this Groudon. I'm just going to try and Foul Play it, because I don't want to switch Kyogre in on a potential Precipice Blades. If it's Jolly, this Groudon, which it probably isn't, then Lipard might even survive a Precipice Blades as well. So I think we'll go for just a Taunt. Ooh, I hope that wasn't a disconnection from my side. A Taunt onto the Ferrothorn. Was it our side? Okay, wasn't it from our side? Okay. Yeah, my YouTube business is, stopped, so... that's an unfortunate disconnect for our opponent there, I guess, but, we'll take it. We had some disconnection to lower us a bit, so we'll take a disconnection to raise us a bit. So, we're 7 minutes in, we made a few plays, we did a few bits and bobs, but we're straight into another game now, which is good. So, someone from Alberta of Canada with a Lipard and an Yveltal himself, and a Heatran. I'm curious about Heatran. I think Heatran is maybe a little bit overlooked, because obviously Groudon and Kyogre are so common, so maybe rightly overlooked, but with the right support, I think Heatran could be actually still pretty good. So, yeah, this guy's got a decent rating. I'm very curious what's going to happen here. I think Lipard Thunderous, again, is a very good lead. Like, that Crowbite is maybe going to be a bit of a problem. I think my own Kyogre is very nice too, and maybe Scizor. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so X and Y, Salamence, Heatran, Crobat. Woof, says the dog outside of next door's ownership. Okay. Yeah, this is... Yeah. I like the look of his team. I do like Yveltal and Xerneas. I've always wanted to try and build a team with them together. Actually, did this team start off with a Xerneas on it as well? Yeah, when I first sort of made this team, I did have a Xerneas instead of the Kyogre, but Kyogre obviously is just such a good partner for Breloom and Scizor. So we get, if he leads, I'm going to go for a fake out onto the Xerneas. I hope he isn't one of these people that goes for the fake out on my Lipard, hoping for the speed tie win sort of thing. Because I kind of want to just double target the Xerneas with a fake out and a Thunder Wave or a Taunt or something, just to a Taunt I think is better. Just to make sure that even if he wins the speed tie, which he does, and he is one of those people, that I get something onto the Xerneas. So maybe he's going for a Dazzling Gleam here. If he goes for a Geomancy, then that's good, but Dazzling Gleam knocks out my Life. Is that not so frustrating? Like, it's the same with Kangaskhan as well. Like, Kangaskhan versus Kangaskhan. Like, the amount of people that just go for the speed tie when, like, if he had lost that speed tie, like, I'm pretty sure this isn't a Scarfed Lipard. Like, if he'd lost that speed tie there, I would have got the Fake Out onto his Xerneas and taunted it, and his Lipard would have really done nothing that turn, and that would have not worked out for him. But unfortunately, that turn worked out pretty well for him. I'll bring in Scizor, and although I'm expecting a foul play, I do kind of want a Swords Dance here, but I don't know. Tricky. I think the Xerneas is going to switch out, maybe into his Yveltal. So maybe I could just... no, maybe Swords Dancing isn't the play. Because I was thinking... not too sure, actually. You know what, let's go in. Let's Swords Dance and Thunder Wave the Lipard so that we can Bullet Punch around his Encore next turn. Is this... I'm kind of expecting an Yveltal and like a foul play onto the Scizor, but it's not. Okay, so... yeah, interesting. Like, we're not in the worst positions. Like, if this was 2015, then I would have been sort of kicking myself for setting up with the Scizor, but because it isn't... Oh, he's got a Thunder Wave. Okay. And do we get our Swords Dance off? Well, because it isn't, we have got Kyogre, which can shield Scizor from the fire attacks. Okay, so there is that, but there's also the problem now that we've Swords Danced, and his Lipard's probably got a Focus Sash, and if I bring the Kyogre in, then I'm not going to be able to one-shot his Lipard, so... And that's not very good. So I'll Bullet Punch the Lipard, bring Kyogre in, and hope for a full paralysis on the Lipard, expecting it to have foul play. Yeah, I didn't expect the Heatran there, but that's just me forgetting the team preview, I guess. Scizor is pretty bulky, but I don't think it'll survive a foul play here at +2. It'd be good if he tried to Encore me into Swords Dance. It's not Black Glasses boosted either. Flash Cannon? Okay. Maybe expecting a switch there. And he does have the foul play, and that I'm pretty sure that will knock it out. Yeah, it does. Okay. So, the Lipard is paralysed. But he's got Heatran in. He's got Xerneas in the back as well. We're not in the worst of positions, but we're not in the best of positions. I've played this really sloppily, but I'll taunt the Lipard so that he can't Thunder Wave my Kyogre. I'll Water Spout because he hasn't got Groudon. The problem is, he has got the Xerneas in the back, and probably the Yveltal in the back as well. And both of those will... have we seen what else he had? Lipard. He led with Lipard and Xerneas, didn't he? Okay, so we don't know exactly what he's got yet. Heatran protects. What's coming in then? Yeah. I mean, if he brings in his Xerneas, I can paralyze it. It is Xerneas, and maybe protect with the Kyogre as well. Or I could just go for a Swagger. There's that too. I'm just thinking if he tries to Geomancy. Because if I protect Kyogre and like Thunder Wave it, then he's got his Geomancy boosts, and that's not good. So, I think what I'm going to do is actually go for a Swagger. I'm going to Swagger the Xerneas and Water Spout. Because if he Swagger self-hits himself here, then I still think there's a decent chance I'm winning this game. But I don't want to play around. I don't think he'll Geomancy here, but maybe this is my best odds. He's got Grass Knot. Ooh, okay. Well, that's not good. I'm not sure if this water Spout is going to knock his Heatran out or not. Yeah, I did nothing. And he's got Hidden Power. Ice? Hidden Power Ice. You have to assume. Okay. Interesting. So we'll try and Thunder Wave the Xerneas and just Water Spout again. I mean, he's probably going to protect his Heatran here, but or not, the Xerneas being paralyzed and confused means it's pretty iffy if he actually gets his hit off or not. If he doesn't, then we're still in maybe an okay position. Yeah, he does hit himself there. Water Spout will knock out the Heatran from here, but, you know, just do a bit of chip damage onto the Xerneas. Or knock it out. Is that a critical hit? That's a critical hit. And I'm presuming Yveltal. I still think, if he's got Yveltal in the back, I still think that he can win this game. Oh, it's Salamence. Did we already see Salamence? I don't think we saw this Salamence, did we? No, we didn't. Well, the game's won, isn't it? Yeah, I can just paralyze it, protect. Or I predict him to protect on my Thunder Wave. I think that is... I think he has to protect here to try and burn out my protect, but just in case he doesn't, like, I still maybe have a Swagger chance if he doesn't protect the Salamence here. And we always like those Swagger chances, don't we? Yeah, he did. So, yeah, we could have read that. But, like I said, we've still got the Swagger chance. It's just going to come down to a roll, isn't it? Because he has to double edge my Kyogre here. Well, there you go. It's been a pretty filthy video, this, hasn't it? But Thundurus has come through for us again. Yeah, I don't feel like I played this game particularly well. I'm sure if I look back at this, then I could sort of pick apart different points in the game and say how I should have played it differently. So we had like half of a game, and we had that game. I think we'll do one more. Just because that last game I don't think was too flattering, really. My monitor's trying to turn itself off. And that game was a little bit dirty as well, so let's search for one more and see how it goes. If we lose it, then maybe it's justice. If we win it, then, you know, we're actually climbing back up the ladder a little bit more, aren't we? A bit of a longer episode, I suppose, for Wednesday as well, so woo, Wednesday, etc. Mittwoch, middle of the week. Alternatively, if we don't find anyone, then goodbye for now. But no, we have found Charlie616 from Mexico with another very similar rating and a level 1 Smeargle. A level 1 Smeargle and nothing on the team that can learn Trick Room. Maybe that Smeargle has got Trick Room. I mean, it's probably got Endeavour. Else, why would it be level 1? Because, like, a slow Smeargle is pretty slow. So, interesting. He's got a Weavile as well, so I never really like seeing Weavile. It's always a really nasty Pokemon to come across. Yeah, it's not good. Lipid Thundurus again. Yeah, Lipid Thundurus again, I think. With Kyogre definitely here. And Breloom, I think, too. I don't know, I think we're sort of getting into a groove of of like leading life with Thunderous all the time, and Kyogre Breloom, like Breloom has actually done some work for us in these games, doesn't it? I mean, Yveltal, I'm not really excuse me, I'm not really taking Yveltal very much, which is, it is a bit upsetting, because it would be nice to use it a bit, but I don't know. We'll see how this game goes. I guess. I don't know. Yveltal, it's like it's one of them really awkward speed stats. Like it's nice because it's faster than the primals and like like Hiram and the other 95s and stuff like that. But it's not faster than the 100. So it's not faster than Kangaskhan. It's not faster than Garchomp, like we saw here. So I don't know. Like I'm expecting a Weavile and something lead. Yeah, so we get Weavile and Kyogre, and that's not very good actually. This guy's sort of figured out that you can just Water Spout all over Barry's team, and he is correct there. And that's not good at all. That's actually a Scarfed Kyogre, or a normal Kyogre at least. So I mean, it's probably going to fake out the Lipard. But I'm just going to try and either fake out or Thunder Wave the Kyogre. Like, if it gets paralyzed, then that's fantastic for me. If he, like, maybe he's going to switch the Kyogre out here. I mean, that would maybe be the smarter move for him. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he feels safe. Maybe he's a bit bold with his Weavile, knowing that he can fake out and just Water Spout. But, like, I feel a bit more comfortable doing this because, okay, if he does, like, fake out the Lipard and Water Spout, then I will lose Lipard. But Thunderous should survive. This Thunderous is EV to take a Water Spout. And he fake outs the Thunderous, so we're just trading fake outs then. Because this isn't a Primal Kyogre, I'm still pretty sure my Thunderous will survive a Water Spout. I can threaten the Weavile, not the Weavile, with an Encore. He might switch it out. He might train, keep it in. But I think he will switch it out. But I don't know. Tricky. Because my Thunderous is really important here. What did I have in the back? I had Kyogre and Breloom, didn't I? Oh, this is tricky. I don't like doing this because it seems really obvious. If he leaves his Kyogre in and Water Spouts, then at least I'm getting it paralyzed. Oh, okay. He faints around my Encore. So he's getting Encored into Faint, which is actually pretty nasty. It means I can't really bring my Breloom in. Maybe Thunderous will come through for us again. Maybe we'll get the full paralysis. But because that is a Scarfed and now paralyzed Kyogre, then we're actually okay. Thunderous actually goes down with a critical hit. Wow. Yeah, this Thunderous is very, very, very bulky. I think that would have survived. If it would have survived in range where it could take a feint or not, I'm not sure. But I think that one critical hit has just lost us this game. Unfortunately. Yeah, because it's like Primal Kyogre's got 30 more base special attack than normal Kyogre, hasn't it? So a Water Spout, even if it is modest, it probably would have done, I don't know, about 75, 80% to my Thunderous. I don't know, maybe it would have been in feint range. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but he's Encored into Feint, and he is probably going to feint my Breloom here, and he's locked into Water Spout. So we're not going to lose on this turn, but I'm pretty sure he will have the Kyogre and the Rayquaza in the back, and it will win the game for him. I would say. I'm going to go for a Spore on Weavile because I think it's going to stay in. And a Water Spout, hoping that my Water Spout puts his Kyogre out of, makes it weak enough so that the Water Spout doesn't knock my Breloom out. My Breloom isn't very specially defensive though, so oh no, Weavile didn't have a Focus Sash. Okay. Well, okay. Well, there we go. The Weavile, if it had a Focus Sash, it would have been put to sleep. It would have been useless the next turn. I could have put all my energies into that slot. If anything, maybe it would have been nicer if the Weavile did have a Focus Sash, and I could, you know, maybe control this game a little bit more. But because he's going to have the Rayquaza now, he can just Extreme Speed my Breloom. And actually, I'm not sure if an Extreme Speed will knock the Breloom out, but I am almost certain a Dragon Ascent will. A ×4 flying attack on poor little green mushroom. I'm pretty sure it'll knock it out. Obviously, I've got the option of protecting Breloom and Ice Beaming the Rayquaza, fishing for a freeze maybe. We haven't seen anything else, have we? No, we led with the Weavile and Rayquaza. He actually has Talonflame. Okay. Well, that's a bit interesting. Now, do we protect our Breloom on the obvious Brave Bird, or does he fear my Kyogre and Brave Bird that? Because if he Brave Birds my Kyogre, well, if I protect Breloom, he Brave Birds my Kyogre, and I Scald his Talonflame, I'll knock it out. And the Kyogre is probably in range of the Rayquaza, yeah, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to Spore the Talonflame and protect the Kyogre. I think I'm probably going to lose this game on this turn, but it's turns like this where you've got to make the predictions, isn't it? So we'll see what happens. But if he has got Rayquaza in the back, oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. You know, he could have just thrown that game. If I did go for the really obvious Protect on Breloom and Scalded the Talonflame to knock it out, or even Water Spouted, I suppose. If he had got Rayquaza in the back, Breloom would have gone down. It would have had to have been a Dragon Ascent, though, and that would have put it in, I think, Ice Beam range from my Kyogre. Maybe not, though. But either way, he can just, yeah, he can just, you know, really easily just Brave Bird, and the game should be over now. I mean, we are assuming that it is the Rayquaza in the back. If he does Brave Bird the Kyogre, then, like, he's probably losing both of its Pokemon here, but I think, like, I sort of, oh, okay. Well, he's losing his Kyogre here, then to the Bullet Seed. It's Garchomp. Is this going to go down to a Water Spout? Well then. Well, I didn't expect that. Okay. This guy had like a 1,700 rating, didn't he? So he knows what he's doing. This Kyogre can survive a Life Orb Dragon Ascent from a Mega Rayquaza. Jolly. So a critical hit Brave Bird, you'd hope, wouldn't knock it out. In which case, we've actually won this game. This has been some kind of miracle, really, hasn't it? Yeah. That is... wow. That did a lot of damage. And that wasn't a critical hit. Is that Banded? Is that Banded with Taunt? This Kyogre is EV to survive a Life Orb Dragon Ascent from a Mega Rayquaza. It is Timid Max Speed, but it's almost got nothing in Special Attack. The rest is pretty much in Physical Bulk. So it is a bit of a strange spread. I cannot believe what's just happened. Like, okay, I'll take it, I guess. There we go, the end. So thanks a lot for watching this, guys. I guess we've had a bit of fortune on Battle Spot today, haven't we? So thanks a lot. If you enjoyed it, like and share, do all the rest of it. Thanks a lot, and as we approach half hour now, goodbye for now.